Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 63 of the Cleveland Spiders franchise here on MLB The Show 21. Now today we'll have our usual two series in this episode, starting off with a road trip to the Orioles, but starting off a little differently. I didn't want to play the first game, I wanted to play game 3. So we're going to start off with a little bit of sim. And in game 1 against the Orioles, we win 4-0. Civale pitched 8 1/3 shutout innings. And then in game 2, we beat the Orioles 4-1 thanks to a 3-run first. Rosario went yard for the first time today. So, simmed the first 2 games real quick. Now we'll jump into the action. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content as we head to Baltimore to face the Orioles. Spiders looking for a sweep. It's good to see us actually win a series as we've dropped our past 3 series going back to the end of April. And to win this series, we'll have to go up against Eric Lauer to close out. Acquired last year from Milwaukee in the Trey Mancini trade. He hasn't done very good so far this season for the Orioles. Leading off for the Spiders today is a new face at the top. It's Donovan Solano, second in the American League with a .381 average. He works a full count to begin and gets a nice fastball to hit, but it's going to be caught out there in center field. Nice track down by Hayes. And we'll take a look at how the Spiders wrap up today. Ahmed didn't fall very far. He's now in the second spot, followed by Jose Ramirez, Eddie Rosario, and since it's a lefty, Luplo in right, Miller's the DH, Naylor is at first, Jimenez at short, and Perez gets the start behind the plate. 37 home runs for the Spiders so far this season. This is 9th in the American League. Rosario will get the second out of the inning, a little pop-up behind first base, and then Jose Ramirez up next. 0-1, tries to turn on a very inside fastball, but he just flies out to Mountcastle and left. On the mound for the Spiders will be Tristan McKenzie today, whose ERA is to a .445. Still being very patient with McKenzie. We're really hoping he steps up since Bieber's being out. He's going to be asked to be probably the third pitcher in the rotation. Joey Jeffries, the 27-year-old rookie, starts it off for Baltimore. This is his first season in the majors, but he'll start off the day with a pop-up to Perez, the catcher. And we'll take a look at this Orioles squad. Very young. A lot of good pieces here. As we'll see Rio Ruiz, followed by Ryan Mountcastle, Anthony Santander, Austin Hayes, then the 30-year-old first-year pro Carlos Asuaje at a Nova Southeastern College. Very good story for him. Cedric Mullins, the DH, followed by Adley Rushman and Jordan Westbrook. Here is Rio Ruiz up next. He draws the walk, bringing up Ryan Mountcastle. Hitting .316 in his second full MLB season, which is 8th currently in the American League. 0-1 count to Mountcastle. He turns on an inside fastball, hits it to left center, but Ahmed will put this one away for out number 2. And I'll bring up the right fielder, Anthony Santander. 2-2 to Santander. He can't catch up to the high heat, and both teams get scoreless in the first. We'll go bottom 2, staying with the Orioles. Austin Hayes up next to start the inning, and he'll hit a grounder up the middle for the very first hit of the Orioles. Next up, we have Carlos Asuaje, who actually hits it into the gap. And Asuaje gets a nice double, and Hayes is actually going to come around to home plate and score the first run of the ball game. So the 30-year-old rookie drives in the very first run, his 5th double of the season. Orioles up 1-0. Cedric Mullins up next, grounds over to third. That'll be the first out of the inning. And that brings up Adley Rushman, a prize prospect, now in his 2nd season in the majors. Actually his 30th career game. Draws a walk, and that brings up Jordan Westbrook, another rookie. 30th overall pick in just the 2020 draft out of Mississippi State at the plate. He draws an infield fly, but a lot of talented rookies and young players on this Orioles squad. McKenzie's still struggling to find the zone. He walks Jeffries, bringing up a full count to Rio Ruiz, and he drills a 2-0 fastball to right. This one is off of the foul pole about halfway up. A grand slam for the Orioles. This is the 2nd straight episode where we've seen our starting pitcher give up a grand slam. Last episode, we were still able to pull off the win. Hopefully, we can do that here against the Orioles, but we're now in a 5-0 hole. Ryan Mountcastle is your next batter. 1-1 pitch. He'll pop up to deep left, where it'll be put away by Eddie. But now Cleveland's down by 5 runs. Stay with the Orioles bottom of the 3rd, and Anthony Santander begins this inning with a solo shot. 6-0 now for the Orioles as Anthony Santander hits his 9th homer of the season. And like I said, this Orioles squad has a lot of promise. I don't think it'll be this year. It might not even be next year, But I think the Baltimore Orioles, especially with the AL East looking kind of weak, they might have a chance. We're going to go to the fourth now. Adley Rutschman steps up to the plate. Still 6-0. 0-2 pitch from McKenzie is popped up to Perez. He'll put that one away for out number 1. Going to bring up Westberg up next. 0-2 to the third baseman. Chops it over to his fellow third baseman in Jose Ramirez. And that's the second out of the fourth inning. Back to the top of the lineup we go. Joey Jeffries up next. 2-2 pitch. And he's going to smack this one into left field. Jimenez couldn't get to it. So that's a 2-out single for Baltimore. Rio Ruiz now, 3-1. He draws a walk. McKenzie's still struggling with his command. Puts runners on first and second. Next up, Mountcastle. 1-0 pitch. Gets jammed, but he bloops it into shallow center. Joey Jeffries is going to come around and score, and Baltimore pushes their lead up now 7-0. Santander up next. Hits it right at the middle for a base hit. Maybe not done. Ruiz is going to round third, come home, but Ahmed guns him down at the plate. You cannot test our outfield arms. So it's still a 7-run lead for Baltimore at the top of the fifth, and Cleveland's offense has been very quiet until this errant throw by Ruiz. Well, that'll gift us with a runner on second. Josh Naylor, though, can't take advantage. Swings and misses on a high fastball. Lauer with his second strikeout of the day. That brings up a full count to Andres Jimenez, who pops this one into left. And so far, the runner still sits on second base. How about Roberto Perez? Can he do anything? 1-0 pitch. Takes a slider the other way. Eats up the right fielder. And that allows us to come around and score. So we do score our first run in the fifth, thanks to an RBI single from Roberto Perez. Top of the lineup now. Donovan Solano hitting phenomenal this season. Gets a fastball and bloops it into left. Does what he does best, and that's just get base hits. Spiders trying to rally. Ahmed up next. 0-1. Nice fastball to hit, but just misses it. And the Spiders only get one in the fifth. We're going to go to the top of the seventh now. Here's Owen Miller stepping into the batter's box. 0-2 on the day. Reached on an error. And then he gets his very first pitch from Lauer. Grounds it over to shorts. And this is also an error. This time just an errant throw by the shortstop Jeffries. And Miller's now reached base twice because of an error. Josh Naylor up next. And he makes them pay immediately on the very first pitch he sees. Goes down, gets the changeup, hits a 2-run blast. His 8th home run of the season, 382 to right. And it's now a 7-3 ball game for the Orioles. That's why you can't make mistakes. I'm sure the young Joey Jeffries will learn from it. And that'll actually knock Lauer out of the game. Travis Lakins Sr. will come in relief, sporting a very high 8.04 ERA, 10 walks, 10 strikeouts on the season. His first batter is Jimenez, and he walks Jimenez on 5 pitches as he takes first base. Next up, Perez. 1-1 pitch, gets a curveball, but hits a laser over to third. Nice glove by Westberg. How about Solano? 2-2. Once again, goes out and just reaches and pokes it into left field. Another single for Solano. And that brings up Ahmed. 1-2. Swings and misses on the curveball. Another strikeout. And that brings up Jose Ramirez, who draws a full count walk. So Lakins walks the bases loaded for Eddie. 3-1 to Rosario now. He walks as well. And that'll be a free run for the Spiders. Now 7-4, bases still loaded. And they're going to bring in another arm. Sean Armstrong comes out of the pen. He's sporting a not so much better 5.19 ERA, so slightly better on the season. His first batter is Luke Lowe, and he also walks him on a 3-1 count. So that's 2 free runs now for the Spiders. They're now only down by 2 runs. Base is still loaded for Owen Miller, and he flies out to the shortstop. So we leave them all stranded. But we've brought it back to a 2-run lead. Phil Mayton will come in relief for the Spiders, making his 14th appearance of the season. He starts off the bottom of the 7th, one away for Ryan Mountcastle, who drills one to left, and it actually clears the wall. About 4 rows up in left field, and Ryan Mountcastle has his first home run of the season. 381 down the left field line. I'm surprised it took this long for him to hit home run number 1, but it comes at a good time as the Orioles extend their lead back out to 3. Next batter, Anthony Santander, who's already gone yard once in today's game, hits one deep to the left, and it's over the glove of Eddie. Rallies up against the wall. That's a double for Santander with 1 away. And it brings up Austin Hayes now. 2-2-2 Hayes. Curveball, drills it over to first. That'll be put away, but Santander does move up to third Carlos Asuarje. 2-0 pitch. Hits it to left. That's another RBI. The first baseman for the Orioles gets it done again, and the Nova Southeastern alum brings it to 9-5. Cedric Mullins up next. He hits one into right field. It's going to get through. They're going to test the arm of Luplow now, and he guns him down at home plate. The second gun down of the game. We're lucky it's 9-5. Scott Alexander will come in to take the next inning, and he comes in with 1 out and a runner on second for Joey Jeffries, who takes a slider deep to right center. Plenty of hang time, and the Orioles this time will not test the arm of Ahmed Rosario. Probably a wise decision. So now 2 away for Rio Ruiz. 1-0 pitch. This one's over the glove of Naylor. It's 2 outs, so the runner was going. So Luplow cannot gun him down this time. 10-5, Orioles go up back by 5. Our bullpen kind of falling apart. Alexander does get the last out of the inning, but we go into the 5th down by 5. Have to get the runs against Bo Burrows of the Orioles. It's not looking very favorable for the Spiders. 1 out for Jose Ramirez. He gets a fastball and drills it deep to right center. This one's got some carry, and Santander's actually going to watch it fly. A solo shot for Jose Ramirez, his 5th homer of the season. That makes it 10-6 now. Orioles Spiders down by 4. And that's actually how this one will end. The Orioles will take Game 3 by a final score of 10-6. Couldn't get the sweep, but we do get the series win, which is nice. But you do hope to sweep some of these teams, considering you haven't been playing that good recently. All in all, the pitching just kind of let us down again. We've seen this since Bieber's been out. It's been kind of inconsistent. This time McKenzie, Maton, and Alexander were really the 3 culprits. Ramirez did go yard, but 6 runs wasn't enough. He gave up a grand slam in the 2nd. You're not going to get lucky twice and win another game after giving up a grand slam. So the second part of the episode, we're going to have a home series against the Royals, and kind of like the Orioles one, I don't want to play the first game. So we sim Game 1, and we lose 3-1 in 10 innings, thanks to a 2-burger in the 10th by Royals. Called up Cal Quantrill recently. Yeah, he gave up the loss in this one. Before we go to Game 2, a big injury in the majors. Aaron Judge is out for the season for the Yankees with a torn ACL. That is a big blow. After losing Chad Green and trading for Corey Kluber, they're now down without Aaron Judge, who's coming off of a very good 2021. That's a big hit for the Yankees. We'll see how that plays into their season. And we do give Game 2 against the Royals by a final score of a whopping 1-0. This time Ethan Hankins went 8 strong, got his first W, striking out 9 batters. You'll love to see that from the young man as he trying to take his spot in the rotation. So we're going to a rubber match now against Kansas City at home. Aaron Civale takes the mound for the Spiders. And this is the man we really need to step up, and he's been doing just that. Civale, this is finally his chance to be the ace. I've been saying he could be the ace on any other team, and well, he's now the ace on our team thanks to Bieber being out, and he's rocking a very solid 1.52 ERA, so Civale has been stepping up. That's part of the reason why I wanted to play this one. I want to see how Civale does. Kyle Isbell will lead off for the Kansas City Royals. He gets this one deep into the right center gap, but look at Ahmed Rosario laying out for this one. We got to watch this again. We know he's a phenomenal defender. Ranges all the way over into the gap and leaks a leaving diving catch. Eric Mejia's up next for Kansas City, the left fielder today. Hits one into center field, so that'll be the first base hit. Whit Merrifield up next, swings and misses on an outside changeup for out number 2. And that brings up the former Giant, Alex Dickerson, who steps into the batter's box. But first pitch into his at-bat, Mejia's trying to steal and gets gunned down by Hedges. So Dickerson will have to finish that in the next half inning. On the mound for Kansas City today will be Brad Keller, making his 7th start of the season. And his last start, he actually pitched a complete game shutout against the current 21-16 Seattle Mariners, hoping to bring that momentum into this one against the AL Central leading Spiders. Ahmed Rosario is back to the 1 spot. Solano will be second, so not far behind. And Rosario hits one into left center gap that just bounces off of the glove of Dickerson. That should have been a routine catch and not a good throw to third. That's a bad play for Dickerson. E8 all the way around. So now Rosario's on second. Donovan Solano hits it right back to Dickerson. He makes this catch, but Rosario just saw that weak arm. He's actually going to tag on the short side of the field. and make it safely to third. So good heads-up play by Rosario to take advantage. Here's a look at the lineup. Not much different in this one. Miller drops down to the 8th spot below Jimenez, and instead we'll have Hedges behind the plate. Eaton could not go in this one. He actually suffered an injury earlier in this Kansas City series. He'd be okay. He just missed a little bit of time. Ramirez hits the next one deep to right, and it's over the wall. Ramirez getting hot, and we love to see that. A 2-run shot, his 6th of the season. Just saw him hit a home run yesterday against Baltimore. So that's back-to-back days with the home run. Ramirez puts us out. It's now a 2-0 lead for the Spiders. Next batter is Eddie Rosario. He gets a 2-1 pitch and hits one perfectly to dead center. And this one clears the wall. No baseball is safe indeed as Cleveland goes back-to-back. 4th home run for Eddie Rosario this season. We hope he can step up and get more into his 2021 form that we saw last season. He gives the Spiders now a 3-0 lead. Still only one away for Josh Naylor. He gets the high inside fastball pitch you can turn on. However, it will not be back-to-back as he flies out. That brings up Jordan Luplow. And he hits the first pitch he sees. It hits it into left field. So Luplow getting a rare start nowadays against a righty, having to step up in place of the injured Eaton. He delivers here in the 1st inning, and then Jimenez up next will hit one into right field. So back-to-back singles now on 2 away, and we get Luplow all the way to 3rd. Owen Miller, the chance to bring home another run, gets a nice slider to hit, but just flies out to right. But we do get 3 in the 1st. We'll go top 2nd now. Alex Dickerson finally gets a chance to finish that at-bat, and with an 0-2 pitch, he flies out to Rosario for the 1st out of the inning. Hunter Dozier up next, and he swings and misses on an inside sinker. Nice pitch by Civale to put 2 down. For the first baseman, Ryan McBroom, hitting .235 with 6 homers on the young season. 2-0 pitch to McBroom, and he chaps this one over to second base where Solano will have it. And Civale gets him to go 1-2-3. We'll take a look at the rest of the Royals lineup. Here's the 7-hitter Salvador Perez, the now 10-year pro in the major leagues. That's a nice accomplishment. He just grounds out to 3rd. Hanser Alberto up next, getting the start at shortstop today, giving Mondesi some rest, and he just lazily hits the ball to Naylor. And then Nicky Lopez, the second baseman, up next, hits this one deep to right, and Civale gets the first 3 innings done, facing the minimum of 9 batters. We're going to jump all the way to the 6th inning now. Still a 3-0 game. Civale's still on the mound. Nicky Lopez stepping back up. Just saw him hit that fly out. 2-2 pitch to Lopez. And Civale gets him to fly out in foul territory to Ramirez for the 1st out of the 6th. Remember I talked about how good Civale's been pitching? Yeah, he has the best ERA in the American League. 1.52 ahead of the White Sox Dallas Keuchel. That's definitely ace material as the next batter, he gets Isbell to ground out to Ramirez, 2nd out of the inning. And then Eric Mejia up next. 1-2 pitch to Mejia. Gets him to swing and miss. 6 shutout innings from Civale today. Wonderful pitching all around. We're bottom of the 6th now where Eddie will lead off. He's been 2 for 2 on the day, but the offense as a whole has been kind of quiet since that 1st inning. He begins the 6th inning with a ground out into the right side of the infield. That brings up Josh Naylor now. Full count Naylor. He goes down, gets a fastball, ropes it to right center, and it's going to get up against the wall. They went out double for Naylor as he steps into second base, excuse me. That's his 9th double of the season. That also knocks Keller out of the game. Jacob Junis will take the mound for the Royals. 4.78 ERA on the season. His first batter he will see will be Jordan Luplow. 1-1 pitch, hits a curveball. It gets through the left side of the infield. They're actually going to send a Naylor, and he is going to score. So a 4-0 lead now for the Spiders, thanks to the RBI from Luplow. How about Jimenez up next? 0-1 pitch, shallow left center, and this one is going to actually drop. Alberto couldn't get it. However, Luplow didn't really know what to do. That's a tough spot. He just gets thrown out of second base. So Royals do end up getting it out. And then Miller up next hits this one into right field where it will be caught. So that'll end the 6th. We'll stay with the Spiders in the bottom of the 7th now where Hedges starts it off by grounding out to Alberto, 1st out of the inning. Takes us back to the top of the lineup. Ahmed Rosario up next. 1-2 pitch. And he perfectly times one deep to left field. And that one is out of here. A solo shot for Ahmed Rosario. His 2nd home run of the season. That's actually his 2nd home run in just as many games. So Rosario turning on some power. Actually, not as many series, excuse me. Second home run of the season. That gives the Spiders another lead, or another run to their lead. Now 5-0. Donovan Solano up next. Gets a high fastball. Couldn't resist. He just flies out to right field. And then Jose Ramirez up next with an 0-1 count. He turns on a fastball deep to right center. About the same spot from earlier, and it's going to clear the wall as well. Jose Ramirez, another home run. His 7th home run of the season, 2nd of the day. And that's his 3rd home run in the past 4 games. So Jose Ramirez really turning on the power. That also knocks Junis out of the game. Instead, Chris Bubik, the lefty, will come out of the pen for the Royals. 5.23 ERA through 6 appearances. His first batter is Eddie Rosario, who gets a high fastball and flies out to left. So Bubik comes in and gets the job done on a lefty-lefty matchup. We'll head to the 9th inning now, where Jordan Hicks will come in. It's not a save situation, so Hicks will just be tasked with getting the inning and game over with. He'll start off against Whit Merrifield, and he gets the DH to chop it right in front of Hedges. Easy first out. How about Alex Dickerson? 2-0 pitch. He gets jammed behind third base. Jimenez has it. Second out of the inning. And it's up to Hunter Dozier. 3-1 pitch. He draws a walk, so the Royals do put a runner on first. Now Ryan McBroom. And the first pitch McBroom sees is a slider. Pop up into right field. Luplow is going to have it. And that is how this one will end. The Spiders blank the Royals by a final score of 6-0. They win the 2nd series in a row as they take 2 out of 3. And hope to get back on track as they currently lead the Central. Very good game. Obviously, Civale went 6 strong. He got the win in this one. Loss does go to Keller, but player of the game goes to Jose Ramirez, who hit 2 home runs, going 2 for 4 on the day. Just a solid overall outing. This is what you'd like to see out of the Spiders. So that'll do it for this one. I'm not going to sim the day because I do want to go back down to AA and take a look at Josh Wolf next episode. We know we need another pitcher to step up. Hankins is trying to get that spot, but we'll take a look at Josh Wolf. I know we just saw him in AA opening day, but he could be the next man up if an injury happens. So I do want to take a look at him. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.